Hi, good evening. I hope you're all okay and you got my, some of you I know definitely got my email earlier, so look out for an email from me just with regard to the next month or so. If you haven't received an email from me, just let me know and I'll try and get that over to you just in case. Oh, check the spam first, of course. Okay, so we're back on Tuesday night. It's dark, it's coming up to the winter, but at least we've still got Pilates at the moment, so we can just get on with it and hopefully feel like you've done something when you're finished. I haven't really made a plan for what we're going to do, but I thought it'd be quite good to utilise the ball, the long band and your weights, and if you've got a hog as well. Yeah. So we'll get started. I've got everything there ready. So we'll get started with just some heel lifts. So you're just going to heel, lift and lower. So nice and easy to get started. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to bring the heels down. We're going to lift the heels, so both the heels come off. And you can try and, if you want to make it a bit quicker, you're going to really feel that in your shins, fronts of your legs. Down there anyway, not here so much. And then you're going to go back just to lift one at a time, because you're probably feeling that. And then we're going to take the feet out a bit wider. I'm trying to think what to do, yeah. So just tap and then heel. And then we're just going to start to bring the arms in. And you can just stretch across a little bit more. That's it. So we're bringing the shoulders into play now. Excuse me. A couple of candles going here. And then just bring the arms down. So what you're going to do is bring them down and then bring it back up like that. And what's nice is if you widen those legs a little bit more, like that, and then you're just lifting the heel and then sort of bringing it down. And then you're going to just kind of flow into a stretch from side to side. Keeping those legs wide, we're going to do a little bit quicker, we're coming up a bit now. And then we're going to bend, going sort of bending both knees. To get stability, trouble with the socks, they slip. And then what we can do is, as you bend the knees, stretch the arms up. Excellent. And then what you could do is take it to one side just a little bit. Actually, you could do it like that. You can keep the arms up slightly. I'm losing the pace now. So just take the arms back down and then bend slowly. And then we're going to bring the arms in into your circle. I'm going to change direction feel that in my shoulders already. I have been swimming today. Last one. Okay, now I'm just going to bring the knees in slowly. And then just tap from side to side. And then what we're going to do, again, just staying with the lower body, we're just going to go out, out, in. And you can bring the shoulders in a bit for that. And then after this one, let's change it, come back into the middle, and then start off with the other foot. Last one. Okay. So just raising the heart rate a little bit, which is always good. And then let's come on to just working on upper body. So taking those arms forward, just our basic little shoulder stretch. And then keeping that position, we can stop those feet from moving and then stretch behind. So taking that elbow, bending the elbow behind. And then bring those arms forward, take them out and bring them back in. Just be careful with that, so you just want to take it easy, squeeze. We've just got one more to do. And then bring those arms down, roll the shoulders. So we've done quite a lot already, just for warming up the body. Now let's do a little bit of lower body. So taking the leg across, see if we can keep that balance. Okay, bring that leg down. Now on the same leg, you're now going to lift and take it back. So opposite arm to as the knee comes up. And what we're looking for is a crunch into the tummy. I think we've done enough now, haven't we? Okay, now just walk it out. And then we're going to take it to the other side, so just taking that leg across. God, it's so hard to get balanced. Last one, just as I get it going. Okay, shake the legs. Whew. That's warming up these glutes. And then let's bring that knee in and tap it back. Tap. Last one. Okay, let's just walk that out. How do you feel? Are you okay? Okay, let's think about more upper body. So Let's bring the hands in and stretch into those fingers. And then take it up. And stretch all the way out. And come forwards again. And take it up. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a side bend. Bring it back up. Stretching up towards the ceiling, and then another side, the other side. Stretch it up. And then just open out the arms. You should feel that here. And then just to continue with the sort of a twist and a bend, working the sides, we'll take the hands over on top of each other, pulling through the abdominal slightly, and then you're just going to take it into your little twist. You can soften the knees if that feels more comfortable. Don't forget to breathe. Into the middle. Okay, roll the shoulders. Then we're going to take the hands behind your head, pulling through the abdominals again. Think about that, and then come over to the side, slight twist, come back to side and up. To the other side, twist and up. Okay, back into the middle, relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Then I'm thinking we'll do a few squats. So I'm going to ask you to either bring in either your hog, just lost the what's the word? Yeah, it's just so it's clear now. Either your hog or your two blocks. Just put them out of the way for a second. So what we're going to do first is just do a few squats, a few squats. So you can start to come down, squeeze your bottom as you come up, so you can feel the glutes working. Feet can be slightly out. And then just think about what the knees are doing. So we're keeping those knees squeezed out. I always tend to squeeze them a little bit first before going down, see how that feels. Okay. And then once you're back up again, either place your blocks under your heels, or if you've got the hog, what's great about using the hog is you're going to put your hat, you're going to be quite high up, whereas on the blocks you're going to be a bit lower down. You're going to take it as wide as you can, squeeze the knees out, and now try coming down. See if you're going to feel like you can go a bit further. My knees are playing up today. That's all good. And then if you're on the hop now, just take it down a little level and try that again. And you should be able to go, a lot further down. This is if you've got high heels on. And you can go down a little bit more on the hog, but stay on the blocks. And this will be your last 2 or 3. Squeeze those knees out. Last one. My knees aren't coping with it today. Okay, and shake those legs out. That's a shame. Okay, so we'll just take, we'll take our weights, and we're going to start just with triceps. So we're going to lean forward, put the other leg back, And then the hand, the palms facing upwards, and you're just going to take that behind and bring it back. So keep that elbow behind you. Don't rush it. It's not about bringing it forwards, it's really about stretching it right behind you. So as it extends, that's when your triceps are working. So try and lean forward a bit more, some of you, just so you can feel the weight then working a bit harder. Because if you're up here, you're not really going to feel it so much. Okay, last one. Bring that back, roll the shoulder a couple of times. Let's try it on the other side. Squeeze back, push it away. We haven't done triceps much actually lately. We're going to do one more. Bring it back in and then roll that shoulder, or both, if that works better for you. And then we're just, we'll try and use them a bit later when we're laying down. So I'm going to put those down there. What we will do is we'll take our band, so this is working shoulders. We've got our dumb waiter now. Squeeze out. So think about what the backs, the shoulders doing, shoulder blades. You can, if you want to, if you're happy to, you could lift the heels as you stretch away, or you can keep the heels down. It's entirely up to you. But you just got to think about doing two things at once, which sometimes is difficult. This is going to be your last one. Okay, good. Squeeze those shoulders up and then roll them back down. That's good. Let's just take, just put a band down onto the floor. Then we just take the head over to one side, just for a stretch down into the neck. And release it back up. And then take it over to the other side. And release. Roll the shoulders. And take the hands behind your head. Squeeze into the back of your palms. Squeeze and release. And release. Good, okay. Then we're just going to just roll the, circle the ankle and circle it the other way. So just a quick, I want to do a calf stretch before we go down as well. And then circle the other ankle. And then change direction. And then we're going to take one foot, just lift and lower it. Just feel that, into the toes as well. And then taking that leg back, squeeze that heel down and then lift. last one. Just hold it down for a little bit longer. And lift it. Take it over to the other side. So just that lift to really get into the toes, hopefully. And then take that leg back. Feel down and lift. Hold this next one down. And lift. Okay, so we're going to come down to the floor. Just some different music. So bring the ball down, jog if you have it, your weights and a long band. Turn it around a bit. I've just undone the HDMI cable. God. There we go. Right. Help if we have the ball as well. Okay, so for first things first, let's do a little bit more on the triceps. So either with your blocks behind, or you could use this. A hog upside down, so the flat part is facing upwards, and then just going to bend the elbows. It's probably, if you're going to use that, it's probably best just to lift the bottom off. It's hard lifting the bottom off. If not, just come down onto the blocks, and then lift and lower. Or do a bit of both like I am. Stretching up. Last one. And then stretch forward, shake those arms. Okay, and then I think we'll do some side work. Just lower body to begin with, and then we might come back onto our side shortly and do some upper body. So into our normal position, we're nicely stretched out. We've got a little lift under here. You're going to straighten that leg. We'll start with our leg circles. It's a good way of mobilising. we're going to change direction. Okay, bring that leg down. Then we're going to bend both knees, lift the feet, and we're going to open out and do 2 pulses and close. Because you really want to feel that working. If you only do the 1 squeeze, it doesn't always really work. But with that 2, sometimes it just gets a bit deeper, a deeper exercise, as it were, into the glute medius muscle. Trying to strengthen them. And close those knees down. And just give yourselves a pat if you need to. And then I'm thinking probably we'll do straighten leg again, because it's quite nice to straighten it, and then just kick forwards. So you're just going to try and get your balance as you come forwards. You can feel that here, can't you? Last kick. And then we're going to come back into the clam position. This time we're going to just lift and squeeze. Do a couple of squeezes again, so we're keeping the knees together. Keep that little lift under the waist. Last one. And then just for good measure, knee to knee, toes to toes. You should be sort of feeling that now. Got 2 more of those to do. Perfect, then straighten that leg, bring it forward, and then just give it a good old pat around the areas. And then come up on your elbow. And we'll take it on to the other side. Get nice and stretched out. And once you feel that you've got the right position, circle that straight leg. Then we're going to change direction. This will be your last one. And we're going to bring it in. We're going to have a pat if you need to. And then lift the feet. Ooh. And I'm going to open pulse. So get that squeeze into your glutes, into that mid muscle. one more. And then we bring it down. We're going to stretch it, flex the foot, and come forwards into our kick. So it's quite easy to lose balance, isn't it? So it does help if you've got that little lift and you're engaging your abdominals as well. I mean, some people are so flexible they can come up here, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Last one. Little pat if you need to. I definitely need a pat. Bring those knees again together into clam position. This time 1, 2, and then set yourself up now so you can squeeze into that glute. Last one. And then we've got the knee to knee, toes to toes. I've got that right, haven't I? For some reason I was thinking we're going to have to straighten the leg out, but toes to toes. Last one, and then stretch that leg and give yourselves a good old workout on the bottom just to release it off. Okay, let's come up slowly, and we're going to come onto our backs. I'm going to, if I just get you to put your weights on each side. And the ball by your foot side as well. So first of all, we're going to bring the heels together and let the knees come out. And just relax. And then naturally your feet just want to stretch away from you. And then you're going to bend the knees. Then we're going to take the right knee out to the side, just let it relax there, and then when it's ready, stretch away, there's no rush, bring it back, and then the other side, and stretch, and bring it back. Excellent. Okay, next thing, she says, we'll do rib cage closure first. Excuse me. So with or without your weight, keeping that back slightly imprinted, taking the arms behind, keeping the chin slightly tucked as well. This is going to be our last one. Bringing these arms down. Excellent. Next I'm going to do with the weights to our side is see if we can get hold of them. And we're just going to put the elbows to the side So they're probably not very heavy weights, but you can actually do this with much heavier weights. But so the palms are facing forwards, and you're just going to bring the arms up and bring them back down. Keep the back in the same position. I've actually got a little bit of a crunch going on in my abdominals, I would say. I'm definitely not letting my back up like that. I'm bringing it down. Really need heavier weights, to be honest. Okay, so let's bring that. So we're at the point where we've got the elbows on the floor, and then we've got this where we take the one arm back. Now if that's too much of the weight, remove them. But actually what's quite good is sometimes you can't get to the floor, but actually with the weight, as long as it's not over doing it, you can do that. We'll just do one more on each side now. This is working our rotator cuff muscles, and we're going to put them just by your side somewhere, and then we're going to take the legs up into your tabletop position, which we love, we know and love. So starting just with the simple toe taps. You can come up to a lifted position if you want to, and it helps me see what you're doing. Okay, let's bring those knees in. And then we're going to take the feet together and stretch the legs away, take them out wide, bring them back, and then bring the knees in, then stretch. All the while we're keeping the back slightly imprinted. Now there's that little lift you can do when you bring the knees in. It depends on how your back feels. So as the momentum can do a little bit of a lift, but if not, leave it as it is and just bring the knees towards the chest and then push them out the way. I just get my lower back a little bit. Last one. And then just hold those knees back in. Let's bring the feet down one at a time. And I tell you what, if you've got your hog, with or without, we just do a little bit of work with the shoulder bridge. So with the hog, you're going to take it under the lower, all the way up to the upper back. Just take it to wherever it feels comfortable, where you get a bit of a stretch when you're with the knees bent, the feet flat on the floor. But if not, you don't have a hog, you're just preparing to go up into shoulder bridge. So squeeze that bottom and just lift, and then lower back down. You might need to adjust the hog each time, to push it back a little bit and lift, and then roll back down through the vertebrae. Just do a couple more of those. I do like that stretch in the lower back, and lower all the way down. And then we're just going to come back into shoulder bridge. We're going to lift the heels, lower them down, lift the feet or the toes, heels and toes. we go, one more. And then we're going to lower all the way back down. If you've got the hog, just enjoy that stretch. We're just going to hold that just for a few more seconds. Oh, I love it. Now, if you've got the hog, lift your back up, remove it out of the way, and now come back down. Then we're going to just keep that back slightly imprinted. Take the hands behind your head. We're going to just do a few ab prep. So just basic ab prep first. So looking up towards the ceiling, let's just get those abs working, waking up a bit more. We're going to hold this next one up. We're going to pulse it. And we're going to release it back down. Let the back lift slightly if you want to. Then this time we'll just do one more set, but we'll bring the knee, we'll do it on both sides with the knee coming in. So knees bent, and when you come up, knee comes in, stretch away. That's it. What you could do if you want, you could go across slightly. That just gets the sides a bit. Don't go all the way down either, especially if you feel it in your neck. Keep the neck heavy, but don't move too far with the head and neck, because that knee's making it quite hard anyway. Last one. Don't know how many we've done. Let's just bring that head down for a second and just have a quick stretch actually. And then bend the knees again, and we'll set up ready for the other side. So bring the other knee up. When you're ready, come across and then stretch. Oh, that's feeling good, isn't it? Last one. Oh, really felt that. Did you feel that as well? It's always that one, it always really gets it, doesn't it? Bring that knee in. And then just stretch the legs away and let the back sort of lift and stretch. And then bend the knees. So I think what we'll do is we'll stay on our backs actually. We're going to bring one knee in, go into single leg stretch. But this is quite nice. And you can be lifted if you want to. And support that neck if you need to, if you are lifted. And then after this one, bring the knees in, keep the feet together, stretch away and bring back. You can lift the head if you want. One more. Whew. And bring the knees in. Whew, okay. Just roll from side to side. Then we're just going to bring the feet down. We're going to stretch both legs. I'm going to take the left leg You're going to bend the knee, put the foot on that right knee, and just encourage that knee over towards the floor. So we're stretching into the glute muscles. Then what's quite good is if you could push that knee against your hand now, just slightly, so you're pushing upwards, you can really feel that, and then you're going to release it, try and take it a bit deeper into the stretch, and then push back upwards again into the hand. Whew. Relax it, and then see if you can stretch a bit further down towards the floor. And then just release it. Stretch that leg away. Prepare yourself for the other side. Bending the right knee onto the left. And just start with that stretch towards the floor first. And now push into the hand, into the palm. And then release and stretch down towards the floor. And then push back into the hand. Release it and then stretch down towards the floor again. Ooh, this side hurts more. Yeah, it's the other side that plays up more. And release. Stretch the legs away. Point and flex the feet a couple of times. And then bend the knees. I'm going to do our hip rolls. It's always nice to do the hip rolls. In your own time. We'll do one more on each side. And then bring the knees back up. And then we're going to bring the knees in. And just hold that stretch. And then we're going to roll up to seated. Just stay seated, however you want to sit. Righty-ho. And squeeze the shoulders up. And release them back down. Stretching the arms out. Take a breath in and out. And in again and out. Lovely long breath outwards. Well done, thank you. So yeah, see you next week, or let's see you Thursday. And let me know if you haven't received the email